You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're in training, you're touching the ball cleanly, your first touch is sharp, your movement is instinctive, your decisions come fast. You feel like a player. Then Saturday comes. Real match, real crowd, real consequences. And it's like someone switched you off. Your touch goes heavy, you hesitate on passes you normally play automatically. You lose the ball twice, and suddenly you're second-guessing every single thing you do. The confidence you had on Tuesday? Gone. And you have no idea why. So you tell yourself you just need to practice more, or you need to want it more, or you're just not a match player. Every single one of those explanations is wrong. What's actually happening inside your brain is something most coaches never teach, most players never understand, and once you see it, you will never look at your performance the same way again.
Here's the first thing I need you to understand. This is not a confidence problem in the way most people define confidence. Most players and most parents think confidence is a feeling, something you either have or you don't. Like you woke up on the right side of the bed, so you're confident. You had a bad warm-up, so now you're not. That's not how it works. That version of confidence is completely unpredictable and untrainable. And if you keep thinking about it that way, you will always be a hostage to your own emotions on match day. Real football confidence, the kind that shows up when the match is tight, when you've already made 2 mistakes, when the coach is watching, that's not a feeling, it's a function. It's a system your brain runs automatically based on information it's processing in real time. And right now, your system is running the wrong program during matches. The reason? There's a specific switch inside every footballer's brain that controls whether you operate in execution mode or evaluation mode. And most young players spend their entire careers accidentally stuck in the wrong one every time they step onto a real pitch. In training, here's what happens. You're relaxed, the stakes feel low, you're not worried about looking stupid. Your brain goes into what researchers call automatic processing. It trusts your muscle memory, your instincts fire without interruption, and your movement flows. In matches, most players flip into a completely different mode. Your brain suddenly treats every moment as a test. You start monitoring yourself. You're thinking about how you look, whether the manager rates you, whether you're about to make a mistake. And the moment you start self-monitoring during execution, your automatic system breaks down. Scientists call this choking. Not the casual way people use the word, but a very specific psychological mechanism where conscious attention interferes with skills that were working perfectly on autopilot. Think about it this way. When did you last think about how to tie your shoelaces? You don't, your hands just do it. But if someone filmed you doing it while 5 people stared and judged your technique, you'd probably fumble it. That is exactly what happens to your first touch, your passing, your dribbling under match pressure. The skill is there. Your brain is just interrupting it. And here's what makes this so brutal. The harder you try to fix it during the match, the worse it gets. Because trying harder means more conscious interference, more self-monitoring, more disruption of the very thing you're trying to do. So what do you actually do about it? This is where it gets practical.
There are 4 things you need to shift, and none of them are just believe in yourself.
The single biggest reason your brain switches into evaluation mode during matches is because you've unconsciously framed the match as a performance review. You're not playing, you're auditioning for the manager, for your parents, for the scouts, for your teammates. The moment you reframe the match as a problem-solving environment instead of a judgment environment, your brain starts to relax. You're not there to impress anyone, you're there to solve the game. Find spaces, disrupt the opposition, create chances. Problem-solving brains stay in automatic mode. Audition brains crash. The practical application, before kickoff, instead of asking, how will I perform today? Ask, what problems do I need to solve in this game? That one question shifts your entire internal operating system. Most players try to fix their confidence before the match. Big motivational thoughts, self-hype in the mirror. That's fine, but it's not where the real damage happens. The real confidence collapses happen in micro moments. You receive a ball under pressure, half a second to decide. That half second is where your training match gap lives. Elite players, even if they don't consciously know this, have a pre-contact routine that grounds them before each action. It might be a breath before a free kick, a glance over the shoulder before receiving, a shift of weight, a word they say internally. These micro rituals aren't superstition, they're reset switches. They pull your brain out of evaluation mode and back into execution mode in real time. You need to design your own and drill them in training until they're automatic.
Here's an uncomfortable truth. Your confidence doesn't collapse when you make the first mistake. It collapses in the 3 seconds after the mistake, when you talk to yourself. Watch any elite midfielder after they give the ball away. Within 3 seconds, they reset, head up, calling for the ball again. It's not because they don't care, it's because they've trained their mistake response just as deliberately as they trained their passing. Most young players do the opposite. Mistake happens, head drops, internal voice starts, typical, you're useless, every time, and now your brain is in full evaluation mode for the next 5 minutes. The fix is to design a phrase, one single sentence, that you say to yourself every time you make a mistake in training. Next action, reset, back to work. Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you drill it in training until it becomes your automatic post-mistake response. Then This one is the deepest one, and most players skip it entirely. If your internal definition of a good performance is, I didn't make any mistakes, you will never play with confidence, because mistakes are unavoidable, so your brain will spend the entire match in damage limitation mode, passive, safe, invisible. Redefine what a good performance actually means. It should be measured in actions, not outcomes. Did you press when you had to? Did you ask for the ball in tight situations? Did you attempt the skill you've been working on? Did you communicate? Outcome-based definitions of performance destroy confidence because they're outside your control. Process-based definitions build confidence because they're 100% within your control in every single moment of every single match. The fix is to design a phrase, one single sentence that you say to yourself every time you make a mistake in training. Next action, reset, back to work. Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you drill it in training until it becomes your automatic post-mistake response. Then it shows up in matches without effort.
Here's how you actually install this framework into your game, not as theory, but as a weekly system. In training this week, pick one of the 4 shifts and work on it deliberately. If you pick mistake response, you're going to practice it on every turnover. Say your reset phrase out loud if you have to. Make it deliberate until it becomes automatic. Before your next match, write down 3 process goals. Not play well or score, but specific actions. Win my aerial duels in the first half. Call for the ball even when I'm under pressure. Get back into shape within 3 seconds of losing possession. And at the end of the match, don't assess yourself based on the score line or what the manager said. Ask yourself, did you execute your 3 process goals? That's your real scorecard. Over time, and this takes weeks, not days, your brain starts to associate match environments with execution rather than evaluation. The switch that was automatically flipping the wrong way starts to flip the right way instead, and the player you are in training starts to show up when it actually matters.
I want to leave you with this. The confidence you've been looking for is not hiding behind more training sessions or more talent. It's hiding behind a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding of what confidence actually is and what's actually shutting it down in your matches. You are not a player who goes missing in games. You are a player whose brain has learned the wrong match program, and programs can be rewritten. The players who look dangerous every single match, who get the ball in tight situations without hesitating, who make decisive decisions when the pressure is highest, they are not more talented than you. They are running a different internal system, one that you now know how to build. Start this week. Pick one of the 4 shifts, work it into your training, be deliberate about it, and watch what happens to you by the time your next match comes around.
If this changed how you think about your game, hit subscribe. I release new football performance content every single week, and the next video is going to challenge something else you thought you understood about this sport.